Hi guys, today in this video we're going to be painting Jack and Sally. I'm doing it on a little one because I've spent so much time in the studio. I thought I would just bring this home to do, and I have very limited space, so I have to do it on a small one. And another thing is I ran out of white paint and I only have enough to do a small one, which is something I want to talk to you guys about. The paint that you have is very thick. So I'm going to recommend that you're going to add a lot of water into your white paint. What I have here isn't quite the same as yours. I had to use like little craft tubes just to finish out filling orders. And it was like Art Skills from DG. And I've never used it before, so I'm going to apologize. I don't know how actually the flow of it and how well it's going to mix and blend. So I'm sorry about that, guys. It should be fine for the most part, so long as you just add a little water in it to thin it out so it's not quite so thick. And to add water, you just dip your brush in your water and you're just gonna stir it into your paint. So for Jack and Sally, mine's kind of messed up because I have a panda drawn on underneath, so ignore the panda sketch. I'm gonna start by just using black. And I'm going to do all around in the background areas. I'm going to use this kind of smaller brush. You're going to want to use a bigger brush because yours is huge in comparison. And I'm just going to fill in. I'm going to go all around the edge. I'm going to be as careful as I can. Just take your time, smooth out your paint so it's nice and even. You don't want globbies. So we're going to go around this weird little neck piece. Oops. And you're going to get right up in this little crack area. So later we're going to put the hair in, but for now we're just painting it all black. I should probably put something down to protect my desk a little bit, but I'll just be careful. I usually don't worry about it at the studio. My tables are already full of paint. So I've got my whole background, so how did I do that? Whatever. I will fix it later. Apparently I paint on my hands. So I've got the whole background filled in. Next I'm just gonna work on Jack's head. I'm gonna clean out my brush. I've just got this mug that I don't really like for my water. And for the head, I'm just going to go ahead. I should probably take a Sharpie just to make sure I don't lose my lines. I don't even know if I have a Sharpie. Gotta have something. Black pen. Here I've got. Oop, that'll work. I just got a black marker. Actually goes to my Cricut. And I'm just gonna outline. I'm gonna go around the edge. Should have done this before I painted, honestly. Now I have to kind of like worry about my hands getting in wet paint. That'll be all right. That way I can paint over the lines and don't have to really worry about if they show or not. Like, they're gonna show now. Man, I cannot even speak. I am so sorry. So if it was just pencil and I painted over it, I would be maybe worried that the pencil would still be showing through. Or wouldn't be showing through. So if I just give it an outline with the marker, hopefully it will show through the white paint and I won't lose my lines. So I'm just gonna go around my edges. There, that's everything. Okay. Now I can proceed with the white and paint Jack's head. I had my, just a reference picture would be nice. So I know what I'm doing. Got my iPad right here. I just don't have any room. There, sure, why not? Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and paint all of Jack's head with white. Oh, my marker is not permanent and it's bleeding. Oh wow, the struggle is real. Thankfully I'll be blending black in to make kind of some gray. This is why a permanent marker, I always say use a permanent, use a Sharpie. This is why. I guess I assumed that that would be permanent. Not so much. This is a nightmare. Perfect, the nightmare before Christmas. Maybe it just wasn't dry all the way. Seems to be doing a little better now. Maybe not. But like I said, it will be fine because I'm actually going to be blending some black in to put like shadows and stuff. So, not the end of the world. Though not ideal. Kind of looks blue. And that's not ideal. Alright, I'm just gonna go over it. Whatever. Deal with it later. Unfortunately, it does turn blue. Wow, that is a mess. Holy cow. So my jacket's gonna be blue. How in the world Oh God, today is not my day. Hopefully your marker didn't do this. Sharpie all the way, folks. Don't ever use something that's not permanent to paint on top of. This is definitely gonna need another coat of white on top. Yours won't, unless it did this. And I can't even paint smooth either. Holy cow. I don't know what my deal is. Okay, well, now that I have a blue jack, how did it even turn blue? It's a black marker. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a blow dryer after I get this little neck piece done. So that I can do another coat and get rid of all that blue. Good Lord. Hold on, I'll be right back. My blow dryer. I gotta find an outlet. That might not be so easy. Nope, not over there. I'm gonna unplug my printer. There we go. Sorry. I'm back. I don't really reach that good, but... Okay. So, second try, hopefully goes better. Another coat of white, just to cover up Jack's blue head. Oh Lord, if I gotta assume that your marker did not do this, so you don't have to worry about covering blue. And this isn't paint I normally use, so it's a little different what I'm used to. Even though it's still a little bit blue, it's better than what it was before. Oh my gosh. His head is growing. Hopefully when I start adding the gray, the black shadowing in, it helps make that look less blue. But I'm gonna roll with it. Keep going. Don't need to spend the entire video trying to fix a goofy boo-boo. Holy poop. This is not going that well. There, it just goes to show you, I don't do that great all the time. Not perfect. Shit happens. Alright, I'm going to pretend that that is not blue. And I'm going to start adding some shadows in. Some gray. Let me reference my picture. Just so that I get it looking right. And on my plate, I'm just gonna mix up a little bit of gray. So just some white. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just scooping out some white over here. And I'm gonna add a little bit of black to it. Maybe some more white. And I'm just gonna start in, I want very little on my brush. And you're gonna wanna use a bigger brush than this, because yours is quite a bit bigger than what I have here. And I'm just gonna start brushing in some gray, just to get some shadows and things. And that's kind of dark, that's okay. I'm gonna blend it out with white in a little bit. So I'm just quickly getting some gray on. And I'll take my bigger brush while it's still wet. Oh, one of my hairs. Bigger brush. Just some white paint on my brush. And I'm just gonna start kind of blending that gray around. Sorry that mine looks so blue. Whoops. I'll have to touch that up a little. Okay. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more white. And maybe some more gray, because I don't really see it. Sorry, I got my brush in my mouth. It's hard to see. It's pretty subtle, so I want it to show up a little bit more than that. But it's good to start light and then build up, because it's really hard to go back down light once it's really dark. So I'll just layer on again a little bit more gray. This little neck needs a shadow down here. Maybe a little under here. And then again with just my white. And just kind of smooth it out. Add a little bit more gray. Just until you get like nice, like shadowy marks under his face. Sorry, it's really hard to see because of the freaking blue. Once I get my black lines in, it will be better. 'Cause right now it just looks so blue right on the line, and that's okay. So I've got some good variation in there. I'm good with that. I'm gonna move on to Sally. I'm just gonna make up a nice light blue color and start and just get her kind of filled in. It doesn't take very much blue. Let me put this in here so you can see. Just a little scoop of blue on my plate. That's probably all the blue I'm gonna need overall. And quite a bit of white. Stir in a little blue. Make this a nice light blue. And we need to kind of make it a little dingy. Give it a little hint of gray. I might add more blue after I add black, but I'm gonna get some, oh my gosh, I'm taking up my whole plate. I'm gonna get a little black in there, and then I'm probably gonna end up having to add more blue because it's gonna kind of take over and make it very gray. more blue. That looks good. So I've got like this light kind of grayish blue color. And thankfully she is blue, so my black is gonna be fine when it turns blue, because we know that's gonna happen. And I'm just gonna fill in. So I've got like these kind of under eye kind of marks on there, because that's gonna be darker blue. I'm just gonna kind of go around all that and just fill in everything else. So I've got her all filled in, and I'm going to start adding some highlights. So clean out my brush, because I don't want her just this flat blue. I'm going to lighten up her forehead area and come down and kind of like the tip of her nose. I'm just going to start swirling in some white. Get my towel. Clean out my brush, dried it off. And just with some white paint, just a little white on my brush, I'm just going to start brushing it across her forehead and get it blended in with that blue color. And if it doesn't want to blend, if it's too dry, you're just going to take more of your blue paint and just put it right on top, and that'll blend it. I'm going to come down her nose. Come down under here a little. So I'm kind of like going in this curve. Kind of like contouring her face a little. I'll lighten up around here just a little. And I really want to get this a little bit brighter. Okay, so now I'm going to add some darker blue around the outside of her eyes. So I'm just going to darken my blue. I'm going to just a little area of it. Add more blue to it. I'm going to add a little bit more black to it too. You'll need to make more than I make just because your canvas is so much bigger than mine. Maybe a little bit more blue. Looks good. And I'm just going to come right around her eyes. And I'm kind of letting it blend around into that lighter blue a little. I'm going to come down. And I'm just gonna kind of blend it in, bring it down. Same with this side. And I'm gonna need to kind of fix this up a little just to make that lighter there, because I got a little far in. But that's easy enough. I'll just go back in with my lighter blue. Just a little bit of my light blue. I'm gonna fix like the bridge of her nose. And white, because we lightened it up a lot with white. I'm gonna take this dark blue and just kind of go right up under the nose, covering where I put that little bit of Sharpie. And there. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. Oh, I forgot her neck. Silly me. So I'm gonna paint the neck light blue. Then I take my dark blue right up under the chin and down on the one side, on the right hand side. It's a little darker on the right. And then I'll just take a little bit of white, just some plain white. And I'm gonna come down on the other side on the left and blend that in. So it's light on the left and dark on the right. Okay, so while this dries, I'm gonna come back to Jack and do black. I'm gonna do inside the eyes, the lines, and all his little detail-y things. And hopefully when I get the black in, it helps tone down how blue he looks, which I'm really hoping you guys use the permanent black marker and aren't dealing with the same issue. Okay, so just some black. I'm gonna use my smaller brush. I'm gonna do this eye. Get his little nostril holes. I'm going to get this eyebrow outlined. I'm just kind of getting excess paint off my brush over there. And get this filled in. I'm gonna get this line done. And then fill in the little eye socket. And then I have his mouth, just to do a nice outline on. I also have, I'll come back, I gotta fix up that little blip, but I'll wait till I get the mouth on. You're gonna wanna use a nice thin brush. Mine's probably a little big for this. Alright, so I've got his mouth, and I believe he's got some stitching. I gotta look at the picture just to make sure. Yeah, so he just has some dash marks. They just go straight up and down. So just right through. You're just gonna put some lines. I'm gonna get this little outline here. His head meets his neck. And then I'm just gonna fix up in here where I got a little sloppy. Okay, so Jack is done. Other than he's gonna have like this collar painted on, but I'm gonna do the hair first on her. I'm still gonna wait for this blue to get a little bit more dry. I think it's dry. I'm gonna get a coat of white on the eyes. Do that first, because it's probably gonna need another coat. Just to be good coverage. We'll see. So just take it nice and easy, get those eyeballs filled in. I'm gonna do one at a time, because I'm gonna blend a little bit of gray. So I'm going to take just a little bit of gray on my brush and just kind of blend. It's the same gray we used earlier. I'll show you. I just have this bit of gray that we blended on Jack's head. And I'm just going to kind of blend that into the white in the corner going out. So the corner this way. It's just subtle. And I'll clean out my brush and do white on this one. We got a little big. That's all right. Just adjust. Roll with it. A little bit of gray. Just kind of blend it in. Okay. Looks good. I'm gonna do the hair. And that's just, we're just going to be using the orange color, that burnt orange, just all by itself. We don't need to mix anything. I'm going to use my smaller brush. You're going to want to use kind of a medium-sized brush, just because mine's smaller. You're going to want to use like this size. You're going to want like this. Or I have to use a smaller one, just because everything on mine is miniature. And it's this orangey color. It's called Venetian Red. I'm gonna start, just get a little on your brush and just kind of dab it. And I'll do like from the scar, this line here, I'm like gonna create that like to be apart. And I'm gonna do some lines this way, leaving black in between. And then I'm gonna come through here and come, so let me get it going the right way. I'm gonna come through here, come down, and then have like one kind of fly away. And then I'm just gonna come bring more lines in and just get this filled in. So there's one. And just from here, you're just giving her strands of hair. Just make sure you're leaving a lot of the black still show in between. I'm just coming all the way down. Filling in, and I'm going to put some over here as well. So I've got her hair done. Now I'm going to put in Jack's collar. I'm going to be using my smaller brush. You probably want your medium one still. And it's just like two spirally lines. I'm using just plain white paint. So white, just some white. Don't need a whole bunch on my brush. And starting like right here from the neck, I'm just gonna come out and make the spiral. And then one more right under it that's a little bit smaller. So now he's got his little collar. Moving back to Sally, we will do her lips. We're going to use the orange color mixed with some white. So here I've got some white and I've got this orange. Gonna stir that in. And I'm just gonna paint right over her mouth. Make sure you get any marker lines or outlines covered. So that's for now. We'll outline it a little bit later. And for her stitching, I'm gonna use this darker blue that I used for under the eyes. Small brush. I got a little bit here. I'm gonna go right along this line, this line, and this line. I'm gonna go right through the center of her mouth. And continue the mouth line. Also gonna outline the outside edge. Just a little. There. So for the stitches, her stitches are white. So just white paint and a small brush. Let me just get a little white on my plate here. And a little bit on my brush at a time. I'm just going to put in some stitches on her scar lines. This one. And she's got a couple X's, but then the rest are just little dashes. I think the very last thing we have is just some pupils. And it's just going to be some little black dots. I believe yours are drawn on. I don't know why I didn't draw mine on. Let's just look at the picture and see. Okay, so they're like right in here. She's kind of looking up at Jack. And we're done. So go ahead and sign your name when you're finished. I'll stick mine right down in here. And please take pictures and upload to Willy-Nilly, my Facebook page. You can do it right on the top. I have the post pinned so you can find it easy. And just share. I love seeing them. Get my name in there. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.